Hey guys, Evan with Wild Faith. Welcome back to another vlog. Today we're going to be going on a little bit of a scavenger hunt. We're going to be finding 5 useful things that you can find in your house. I know some of you out there are married, have kids, got a family, got dogs, whatever it might be. We're going to be going over 5 useful things that you've got laying around your house that are going to be able to help you out this turkey season. So for the first part of the scavenger hunt, I need to find some sandpaper. Particularly 220 grit, or I need to find some steel wool. So let's dig through my endless chest of drawers and see what I can find. So let's see, we got some 220 grit, some steel wool, perfect. So number 2 on my list is chalk. And if your kid loves to draw just like mine does, it's relatively available. Perks of living with girls are the fact that you have an endless supply of hair ties. So let's find some. All right, let's see, we got a brown one. Perfect. Let's grab a pink one just for good luck. The last big thing I need on my list is a sock. It's a good thing that my dog loves socks. Copper, you are quite the sock stealer. Thank you. I've got my bucket of goodies from our scavenger hunt. So let's dive into the 5 things that you've got laying around your house, in your junk drawer, wherever it might be, that are gonna help you out this spring turkey season. So the first things first, I know everybody has sandpaper and everybody probably has steel wool laying around in the garage, in the kitchen, wherever it might be. Particularly, I like 220 grit sandpaper. That seems to do the best. You can come through and you can just go ahead and buff out your slate column. See what she sounds like. Not bad. Steel wool works just as good. Next on the list is a sock. You might be wondering, what the hell do I need a sock for? But multi-purpose, you know, forget toilet paper, whatever that might be. Hopefully you don't ever have to get to that situation, but works well if you've got a tight enough sock that you can use it to cover your box call. To silence that up while you're moving, running around. But I like to use socks for this purpose right here. You can see, got my funky chicken in a old, I don't think this is an old just chair case, which you probably have laying around too. But I like to cover majority of all my decoys' heads with socks just to keep the paint good, keep it fresh. Also just kind of protects them so paint doesn't get scuffed or scratched. Multi-purpose sock. Use it for going to the bathroom if you need to be. Hopefully don't get there. You can use it to cover your decoys. You can use it to cover your box calls. Sock's a good one to have. So next on my list are these little guys. Or these guys. These are the most perfect, ideal mouth call holders. I carry all my mouth calls in these. Sometimes I'll separate them and I'll organize them by what the mouth call is. Like this is a ghost cut, another ghost cut, another ghost cut. I'll go ahead and label them. I think this one actually, this one's actually got all my golf coins in it for marking my ball in spirit of the Masters. But these are great containers. If it's an old snuff can, if it's an old Copenhagen can, if it's a Zinn can, whatever it might be, I think these are the Velo cans. They're really nice and small, so I kind of like these the best. But you probably got them laying around in your truck, in your garage, your golf bag, whatever it might be. Multi-purpose. The nice thing about the Zinn ones is they lock really tight, so you know you're not going to lose your calls unless you lose your tin. So next, and if you guys got girls like I do, you got a ton of hair bands laying around in your house. Or if you like to wear these bracelets, these are the rubber band bracelets, or you can just use a rubber band. Everybody's got these. I love to use these to silence up my box calls. So on purpose of using this with a sock, this thing is silent. No matter how much I move it around my bag, whatever I do, I could double, triple band it if I want to. I always carry hair ties on me. If sometimes I'll be wearing a bracelet like this, I'm not right now, but this works great too. Super easy way to silence up your box call is to make sure that that thing isn't rattling around and squeaking and squawking when you're walking. Next, I have chalk. Everybody's got chalk. You've either got chalk in your garage, if you got kids, you got chalk for drawing on the sidewalks. You could go to the Fleet Farm or wherever it might be. You can spend $7.99 to go buy the chalk that comes with this, or you could just use the chalk that you bought out of your kid's kit for free. It does the same thing. Go through, get them all nice and chalked up. I usually keep just a half a brick of this because you really don't need much to get her going. I like to reverse that around, get the main part of the call, throw that back in there, and you're good to go. So the last thing I've got on my list, and I don't have a box because it would have taken up too much space, but everybody's moved once or twice in their life. Everybody's got a moving box from Home Depot. And particularly, I like to run full shutter decoys early season, sometimes throughout the whole entire season, but I think adding in a real fan like this one, when this one's beat to hell, but adding in a real fan gives you that much more realism to that decoy, and I think it's an essential piece to have. And building out something like this took me a whopping 5 minutes with a box cutter and a thing of duct tape, and I was able to get that built, and now I can seal that thing up, transport it with ease, know that I'm not gonna wreck that fan in my truck or in the decoy bag, whatever that might be, and I know I can haul that around without wrecking that fan. This fan has lasted me, I think, 6 seasons now, and this box has lasted me 6 seasons, so that's pretty good. So let's see, how many we have. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think it was maybe 6 tips. So hopefully these are some things that you've got laying around your house that you can use to help you out this spring. But don't be afraid to raid the junk drawer, your wife or your daughter's drawer, get some hair binders. Use these simple little tips that are gonna help you out this spring. Maximize your efficiency when you're out there turkeying. Good luck, everybody. Get her done.